I think we're live. Can you hear me okay? And is the music okay? Does it need turning up, turning down? Hopefully the levels are quite nice. Got the camera back today, working again. And yeah, how has everyone's Monday been? I think we've got Noxy in the chat. We did have Minecraft Transformers and the Alien Animations earlier, but we shall see who we've got in the chat. Yeah, anyway guys, we're going to continue with our Mecha MIZUTSUNE from Monster Hunter. So we're just going to basically continue with the illustration, see how far we get, and have a chilled evening. Oh, we've got a few people. So we've got the Red Knight. Hello, Red Knight. Hello, Tegan. So yeah, as I was saying, just working through the illustration basically. Just continuing where we left off and taking a bit of time on this one. 3 streams, is it worth? Mech armors or transformer type, robots or mecha, usually is a more time consuming illustration to do. But the effects can be so worth it in the end. I just got to remember where all the light source is coming from on this to make this work how we want it to. Thank you, Noxy. As I say, I have quite enjoyed doing this illustration. I think the next one I'm going to do will be either going to be something like a kaiju, or we're going to go on to do like a digital painting similar to the Link one that I've just done. Or if you're on the Discord, the Link illustration I've just put on Discord, you can see a preview of the updated version here. It's got more of a digital painting anime feel, but it's quite a nice illustration, so I might have to do something like that. Maybe we'll do another Ben 10 heroine illustration, and we'll just take that, make that look how we want to. I can't skip that advert, but it should be finished anytime soon. I can skip this one when this one lets me. So yeah, that's the point, guys. Let me know. Is the music at a decent level? Can you hear it okay? Can you hear me okay? Hey, Justin, how's it going? How's everyone's Monday been so far? Or that yet, did you have a good weekend? Did you do anything exciting this weekend? Red Knight says, I might not be able to do this redraw video, and if I not get... I might not do... Hang on. I might not do redraw video, and if I not get picked, it will not make my day. And if the redraw video is on the 29th, it will not make my birthday. It's entirely up to you, Red Knight, if you want to enter or not. That's entirely your choice. I can't promise anything in terms of the redraws. They are... Other than the first kind of 2 submissions that I get through right at the start. I say the first 2 are kind of within the first sort of like couple. I'll pick one from email and one from the Discord. They will be started on, and the rest just happens as the story develops and as the submissions come in to give everybody a fair chance. Yeah, no, I went for more softer animated digital painting style. It actually looks better here when it's done, but the idea is to try and get this. It's not quite the Genshin artwork style, but it's close to it. I'm trying to get this blend down from it, so the colors to do the face will kind of a female illustration for reference, so it might look a little bit girly, as you say, but I think it came out quite good. It could just be the way that I've drawn the face, to be honest. It's I had trouble getting the proportions of the face. I think his face is a bit more, on my illustrations, a bit more slim and elongated than Link's actual face, but it's not bad for a first go for a while, is it? Mega Prime says, I am here. Welcome to stream of Mega Prime. Red Knight says 2 weeks before your birthday. I bet you're super excited for that one. I have to say, I do enjoy my birthday when it comes around. But that's always it's always fun to look forward to something like your birthday. If anybody starts YouTube and they want some royalty-free music, I'm using Creator Mix at the moment. I do have some adverts from time to time that appear in it. Basically, because I need to sort out the audio going through the laptop into the stream a bit more. But yeah. Unfortunately, yours falls on a Tuesday this year. Yeah, in the UK, Red Knight's birthday falls on the bank holiday. So we're not working that day. I've got no idea if it's the same where you are, Red Knight, but it's a bank holiday Monday in the UK on that day, which is quite cool. I might go to watch the new Transformers in a VIP. Is that for your birthday? That'd be pretty cool if it is. I have to say, I do want to watch that the new Transformer movie. The trailers look awesome, and I'm interested in what they've done for the storyline because that's going to be quite an interesting one to see what they've done. Cool. Now I do Infinity Stones Enhanced Godzilla fused with Infinity Stones Enhanced Xenomorph Green. If it's not suitable for chat, Justin, then no, I don't want to know what you call it, but I can hazard several guesses. Sorry, I couldn't resist that then. And this should not affect. Aha, I did remember how I did the last right. It's always a good thing. So for this mech, I kind of want to make it a bit shiny, like it's a new, kind of like it's a new one, if that makes sense. I'm not sure about putting any battle damage on it yet, but we'll see. Oh, Minecraft Transformers, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Who's the lucky person? Tipcentric got it. Awesome. I'm not sure they're in the chat, but they will be over the moon with that. If you see this Tipcentric, be sure to thank Minecraft Transformers next time you're in the chat. Awesome. That's brilliant. Justin's got a joke. Go on then, Justin. I'll see if I can get the joke. It is a late Monday evening, but we shall see. That's why I don't get the joke, isn't it? Why does Zelda not use social media? Because she can't find the link. That's actually quite a good one. I like that one, Justin. I did like that one. That was quite a good joke, Justin. I have to say, I watched Koi video where he took on the lion or the sort of like the big lion, kind of like chimera manticore type monster, and that was an interesting watch. That's quite funny to watch, especially when he died. If you're watching Koi or you've just joined, cheers. But yeah, no, that was a really good video. I'm liking what I've seen so far of the new game. I haven't got the new Zelda game yet, but what do you guys think of it so far? What have you seen it? Have you played it? Are you excited for it? Is it not your cup of tea? See that British cup of tea? Got a pun in there. Yeah, just curious what you guys kind of thought of it. I just noticed the mentor character for Tears of the Kingdom looks like a Dark Crystal character. Yeah, I do like the designs of the characters I've seen so far to be honest. There's a quite nice set of what's that? The character designs for all the different species look really good. Even the mobs have some really awesome character designs. So I'm looking forward to maybe doing an illustration with all of them in at some point, but that would have to be a private or one for fun because it'll be a bit more trickier to do. Did you know now the late Reverends love The Legend of Zelda so much you just thought so? I didn't Minecraft Transformers, but that's really nice. I think that's quite nice that you have tribute by actors and stuff to things that they really like, but not just things that are like jumping on a bandwagon, things that are quite nice or unique. Like the name Zelda would be quite unique, but it's still really nice. The fact that because they loved it, they've kind of hopefully his daughter does like the game though. That'd be amazing. If not, that's going to be a bit yeah, yeah, forever stuck with that name. Yeah, some nice music going. Hey Minecraft, how are you finding being in the YPP now? You enjoying it? If you unlocked all your features yet? You surely must have unlocked all your features now. That's these bits. I think I'm going to do a bit more of the shadows before I put any of the other layers in. Kind of like, I'm going to go through like a layer at a time this time instead of doing a section and building it up. Quite cool. Oh, that'd be awesome, Justin, if they did that. I suppose the question, another question is there anything anybody's excited for coming out in the cinemas soon? I do want to watch the Elementals movie when it comes out. It looks quite funny. Or Elements or whatever it is. Sorry, Elements movie. That looks quite cool. And I still need to, I do want to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy at some point. I haven't seen that yet, but I hear that's really good. If they did the Legend of Zelda movie like the Super Mario movie with Link talking, I'd love them to say, "Excuse me, princess," to reference it. That would be awesome. Galahad 19. How's the redraw coming along? I've done some of the selections. I've put all of the information into it, about as far as I've managed to get to it. It is started in terms of the story. The artwork isn't started, but I've got a rough idea of what I'm doing for this one. I'm actually struggling more on what I'm going to do for Friday's video, to be honest. I haven't actually decided that yet, so quite an interesting one. I'm not sure what to do. We've just had a Pokemon Venomized video, which was really fun last Friday. I don't want to do another one then so soon. I don't know if I should bring back another series or if I should do a continuation. There are a few that I can fall back on to do that we haven't done in a while. I just need to think of a complete storyline for it. Could be quite interesting. What videos do you have in store for us this month? There is the Legend of Zelda illustration that I've redone, which you got a preview of it on the back here. That will be doing this like a short dropout one. It's basically just going to be one that drops out like a bonus video of just music. I do have one that's going to be a Patreon suggested one, which is going to be awesome. It's Koi Fish Gaming's one that's in there. And then obviously the community redraw. And I'm stuck on the last one, to be honest, the one for this Friday. That's the one that I'm struggling with the most at the moment. Suggestions are welcome. I have asked a question that'll come out in a community post tomorrow, so I'll let that one be a surprise for you guys. Kind of curious on take on something. I want to differentiate my videos up a little bit, and this might do it, but it depends on the response I get from it. This is for the next random live stream drawing. Can we get a link from the games meets the 80s show link? That might be quite cool. Or Ganondorf as a Transformers. Maybe. I do need to do a Transformer video. I got a couple that we put out in polls that won and haven't been done yet. I was thinking we haven't done Mech Armors in a while, and I was thinking we haven't done Yu-Gi-Oh! SCPs. I guess I'll just have to put them in a random generator and see what happens, which should be quite interesting. I feel the shadows are darker this time. So I find out I've got the wrong... No, that must have been the right one. No idea why the shadows are darker this time. Just seem way darker. Maybe because these had some lighting effects on it, whereas these don't. Oh well. Start working on the contrast. Hello, Zara. Put that up. Skylanders as Transformers. I do want to do a Skylanders one. I want something Venomized Dio or Dio as a Transformer. Interesting idea there, Red Knight. I want to do something where I can get the narrator behind it, similar to the Pokemon one, where by the end of it, the narrator is actually getting. The narrator's actually getting into everything. There's a lot of heat. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens. It's making me a bit yawny. Let's put my face on it. So I want to get it where the narrator gets into it a bit more. I'll get into it more with the narrators, so I'm talking from their perspective. I do need to find a way to sit down and write more scripts out in one go, or stockpile some artwork. I do have some booster pack challenge artwork to do. I've got a whole ton of cards now from where I bought loads of packs and I've pre-recorded opening all the packs. So I could do a booster art challenge one with some design notes maybe. I've done one fusion of it so far. We'll see. I might put it into a generator tomorrow and see what happens. Dempsey, behind you. Bowser pointing a gun behind you. Behind your head while singing Peaches as a threat while the piano is behind. That would be really... That'd actually be really funny. I'd enjoy that actually, Justin. Zara says, we're going to be doing public speaking in English class. Yay. Yeah, public speaking. Rule number 1. Look behind somebody if you need to at the back of the room, or just go from person to person eye contact. Picture you're talking to your best mate instead of a room full of people. Some people say picture everybody in their underwear. Might work, might not. And just go for it. That's the public part that I don't like, more the speaking part. Oh, imagine it when I record my videos. Just, I'm the same, and I have to say, recording the last video, DempseyJ Gaming was in the room, and it was really funny because they just turned around and said, I said, you don't like it? And they went, no. I said, what, the voice? No. The way I spoke? No. Well, it's just cringe was the description. It's like, I've done my job well. As a parent, I've done my job well. I've embarrassed you. And Michael Transformer says, YFP is an amazing achievement, but not going to do membership or super since I don't live stream. I would have to do multiple premieres a month. Yeah, it's finding it, but what you can do is if you do develop some sort of merch or something with the pictures of what you've made on them, you could then do a merch shelf, which would be quite cool. That's what I'm thinking, Galahad19. Potentially. Also May. So I do need to do a May episode. So I was thinking of doing some of mermaids and some stuff. Whether it's turning narrators or characters into mermaids or something, but I haven't got that far yet. I do apologise. I wasn't yawning about 10 minutes ago before the stream. Seems to have just been sat in front of all the screens, a lot of heat, and I've started yawning. I do not spoil the season 3 finale, even though some people haven't watched it yet. Oh, are you on about Slipper speaking? It's the #1 phobia, is it? Oh, Stone Ocean. Yeah, I'm in the middle of Stone Ocean as well. Galahound 19. I've only just realised they've got a few more. Red Knight, you're going to have to hope you end up with unless you buy the membership, you're going to have to hope that you end up getting gifted at some point. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed having the membership. There's access. I put out the access to all of the illustrations on a community tab for members. So that link will never, well, it will change eventually. It'll change every couple of months, but at the moment it hasn't changed. I say never change. It will change at some point. And it's also linked in the Discord in a particular channel where members can get access to the artwork that's been done. So if you haven't used it, Red Knight, for the Google Drive, I recommend if there's any of the illustrations in there that you're after, have a look in the folders and download them before it runs out. Or you won't be able to see the post to find the link in future. Unless you get member again. That's always the best way to get it. Hey, my birthday is soon, so maybe. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't. The way they've done it is I cannot hand out member links. I can't actually give them to anybody or anything, which is a really weird one. I'm not even a member on my own channel. I can join as a member on my own channel to get the emojis, otherwise I don't get them. Which sounds really daft being a channel owner, I don't get the perks you guys get. How about Star Wars characters, like say Ahsoka's a mermaid and Darth Maul's a sea beast? Possibly. I'm not sure on the Star Wars characters and mermaids. I really haven't decided what I want to do. I do know I want to do mermaids. I just haven't decided what to do. I do think, oh yeah, I could do Ben 10 characters and mermaids. And then I'm thinking, that's just Ripjaws fused with whatever creature I find. It kind of took some of the fun out of that idea. Yeah, I'm also looking to push my artwork a bit more, like with the Zelda piece. They do take a lot longer, but it does work. So there will be the odd speed paint videos of those from time to time coming out. I think I said that before, and then just everything got really manic with work and that, and I just didn't get round to putting them into a schedule. I'm trying to. I want to get ahead by about a video or two, so I'm not thinking of something on the same week. I've got at least like half a week to a week to figure it out. Oh wait. How about My Hero Academia's mermaids? I should think about that. I also thought about a retro cartoon program with mermaids. Like you could have Scooby Doo as like a dogfish mermaid and stuff, which would be quite interesting. Yeah, I get to see all the member posts I do, and I get all the stats behind the scenes, but I can't actually use the emojis on a chat. So if I open up add a reaction now. Oh wait, I do get my emojis on the chat here. But I don't get it somewhere else, so I think it's in the comments and that I don't get them, which is really interesting. Ben 10 is Grim from Ruby. That could be quite interesting. Red Knight Star Platinum. Yeah, it could be some interesting ones in there for future videos. We'll just have to keep an eye out and see what we get. I'll think of something. Usually I struggle and then I suddenly come up with an idea and it's like, aha, now I've got no time to draw it and do it. We'll just see what happens. I also want to know if there's any new topics or obscure topics that you think would be quite good. So stuff that we haven't done on the channel before. Because we've done Ben 10 and we've done quite a few other things. You know, we've got DC and Marvel and planning to bring some fusions and stuff back. It's been a while, so I'm planning to do some of those. But also we've got other series, so like any anime series, any game characters or stuff to do. You know, find out some of the interesting ones for that. because I think that could be quite fun. Galhan19 asks, hey, random question. If your narratives were Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists, what would be their decks, and what would their signature monsters? Nexum would be basically a mech deck. It'll be basically a machine deck. In terms of signature monsters, that's a hard one. I would probably say he would want a Cyber End Dragon, which would be quite cool. Something like that. Ironfold would be a Beast and Beast Warrior deck, basically. He would have a load of some dragons in it as well. He'd have them. I think his signature card for that one, I think he would quite like a Slice of the Sky Dragon, but he wouldn't keep the cards together too much, or rather the Ring Dragon for R, but he wouldn't really do that either. So I think his signature card would probably be Red Eyes. The Monica now is going to be a zombie style deck, and that's going to be probably a Red Eyes zombie Black Dragon. That deck would be lethal as anything. Dino Claw is obviously a dinosaur deck, and I think he would probably have Black Tyranno as his main dinosaur card. But he'd also have some reptiles in there for the reptile evolutions, like that's a lizard one that's like it's a Giddo, then it's a Giga Giddo, then it's a Giga Dedo type lizard card. So it'd be stuff like that for the narrators. And obviously the Beast Tamer one would probably be, so Hero the Beast Tamer would probably be a, well, Beast deck, but it would have a different Beast card. I think it'd probably have a Giant Serpent, so I'd like to say an Ocean Serpent. So we'd probably go with is it Sea Dracos or whatever it is? The Oceanic Lord. It's basically just like a giant sea serpent monster, like Loch Ness. Yo, Koi Fish. Ah, I figured you'd be about. And hello, Furious. Dempsey in the style animated fandom makes him that makes him uncomfortable. Yeah, I got no idea which style that would be, but yeah, there's probably a few out there. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the stream. Ben 10 would be an elemental hero deck. Yeah, you're right on that one, Justin. Definitely. Koi Fish is lurking, cooking supper. A dragon deck's their own category, yeah, but Erenfold slays dragons and beasts, so I think he'd have a mixture of them. Interesting. I always took the Monarch as more of a dark necro fear kind of girl. Possibly, but I think a zombie deck would be quite good because it's a zombie and fiend deck, basically. I would think it would be funny if the Dino would steal his deck from Rex Raptor. Basically, Dino Dynaclaw would be Rex Raptor without the arrogant, well, without the snotty ego. He'd have an ego and he'd be a bit arrogant, but it wouldn't be quite the same. Oh, Coy, I was saying earlier, I watched your video against that weird lion one, that Lionel or whatever it is creature, and I was laughing. I laughed when you died, but I laughed when you got too far from its spawn point and it teleported back and it's like, gotta start again. That was quite funny. But no, it was a good video. I quite enjoyed that. That's the point. Have you guys noticed any up on your views on videos in the last couple of days? Because I dropped a short for my Pokemon video out, and it's done really well. It's nearly 1,000 in 2 days. Like from Sunday lunchtime yesterday at 12 o'clock, it's nearly 1,000 views. Considering it's my normal just short bit of talking and a video bit at the end, that's really good, and I'm not sure why. Sorry, I was just looking over there because I've got the chat here, in case you're wondering. So every time I turn this way, I'm looking at the chat here, and then I've got obviously the screen with everything here, music there, rest here basically. I have been watching a few different artists, how they do certain things or improve or stuff. I've also thought about doing some illustrations where I might take the narrators from the channel or characters and put them in a completely different setting. So, for example, we've got uh, the Monica. Maybe she'd be in Japan in a kimono, you know, with her devil wings and stuff, but you'd have some like Japanese demon or devil symbols or masks and stuff around in the background, or we could have Nexum in kind of like a workshop or something. But these are like more large scale illustration pieces to do in between stuff to improve my art for backgrounds and authority, but also to give more substance to the characters themselves. As much as I enjoy drawing all the stories and the lore and putting them together, I'm just thinking of ways to make it a bit different. I'll still have the stories for the lores, don't worry about that. They're still going to be in there. Um, I'm just trying to push my art a little bit and see what I can do to take elements and merge them in. So like when if I draw Nexum or Demonica or something or a new character, I do it in a really cool art style and pose for the character that works, whether it's more anime style for the episode they're in, or if it's a more comic style, depends on the context. But I want a range of styles I can drop in and out of to match the video and the feel and the settings a bit more. If that appeals to you guys, obviously. If it doesn't, then I'll still do the pictures in my spare time and drop them here and there, but main content will still be the same as what this is now. But yeah. Okay, that's kind of a fair bit of this. Getting sorted here. Hey, when are we going to hear back from your Beast Tamer, and will we be expecting any more new characters? Beast Tamer is when the video's been decided on. It is in the works. Um, it will be within the next couple of months, hopefully. It all depends on timescales and nailing down the voice actor to do that. But it's also coming up with a story that works. Need to follow it on, or maybe have them on a side adventure of their own, or something quite interesting. So that's in plan in production, so that's quite good. There will be a new narrator this year. Um, don't know if it's going to be a regular narrator, but there'll be a new subject, topic, genre type narrator happening. Uh, I'm still working on the nuances on that one. I've got a way I want it to go, but it may not go how I want it to. So there's definitely at least one new narrator happening this year. I'm not sure my voice will be changing for that one. It'll just be the way I speak. Voice changing the way I speak. Yeah, no, it'll just be my voice, just the personality of the narrator coming through more than doing a change if it's a female voice, because I'm not very good at them. Right. So let's crack on with this. So we've got most of this bit here done. This is going to start getting to a weird design bit, but I can kind of be a bit. It sounds really bad, but I can be a bit cheeky on these bits now because of the way the light's going to go. So even though most of this is completely metal, the vast majority of this bit kind of becomes really weird because it's see that back there, just to it's almost like there's going to be an extra Oh, Omega Prime, are you off? Well, if you are, thank you for joining the stream, and we'll catch you next time. If you come back, we'll speak to you then. I do need to do something with Infinity Stone Pard stuff or something, I'm guessing. Um, the idea's been toyed around for a while. I'm just wondering if I do something like, do we do the Infinity Stone? Do we don't? There's been rumours over the internet of up to 7 Infinity Stones now, which is quite interesting. Hey Ben, how's it going? How's your evening going? And have you had a good weekend? I'm hoping nothing breaks in my flat tonight. Another question from Galaham19, and that is, oh, another question. In your Jungle Tribal Community redraw, you kind of left the video in a cliffhanger. I'm wondering how you're going to, I think they're supposed to be going to tie it off, if I'm planning so. There's potentially going to be another episode around that. It may be another community redraw where we have 5 more tribes or a couple more tribes bring in. I may even get you guys to design the actual a couple of classes for the Vine tribe or something like that, which might be quite cool. But I'm spewing ideas off now. I haven't actually sorted out if it's going to be a redraw or not. So you kind of get an idea of what I'm thinking for the story more than anything else. But yeah, I will be doing something with it. A lot of people said they wanted to know how that turned out, which I'm pleased people like that, because I know it's delayed, but it took a while. That story took ages to get out of my head. I just couldn't figure out the correct way of writing it down and keeping it moving for each of the tribes at the same time as keeping it interesting. And I was just sat there thinking, how am I going to do this? And then in the end, it kind of just came together quite nicely, which I'm really pleased with. Oh, Ben, you went to your senior prom last weekend. Nice. Hopefully you had a good time. I know I'm not going quite as detailed on these bits down here. Reason is I want the main emphasis on this to be more the face. So these are like larger pieces. They're not going to be quite as in depth, but then you'll get the face and you're going to have a lot of the detail in the face in this illustration. And the lighting's more on the face, with these being kind of like an overlay lighting, so these glow a bit, but they don't stand out quite as much. That's my overall plan for it anyway. We'll see how it turns out. But I have said that if we don't finish everything this stream, just because I'm only going to go for a couple of hours at the moment on the streams, just to get back in the habit of everything. If we don't hit the end part of this in like another hour or so, I will finish this off stream and then I will sort this out. Noxy, are you on my Discord server? I think you're on Koi's, but you're on mine. That's the point. I do need to do another Demons episode, actually. We haven't had a proper Demons one with the moniker in a while. No, we had Ben 10 Demons. That's got to continue with the Galahound. Galahound now. With the Nexum and Ehrenfold episode. There you are, Galahound 19. You're now officially a part of the crew. Because I read your name there. Now I meant to speak. Omen Hart, welcome to the stream. I've also got plans to do some with animatronics and that, but that'd be quite interesting to do as well. I have so many plans for stuff on the channel for this year. You guys are gonna, if I can pull them off with stories, it's gonna be really good, but I do need to learn the lore a little bit more. Which It's great, but at the same time, a bit daunting. Because if it's something you guys know really well and I don't, if I mess it up, it's on my head, be it, and I will get owned by you guys. It's weird. I've done a lot of detail on the face, but on these bits, because there's quite a fair bit of them, I'm kind of knocking the detail back a reasonable amount. But I'm hoping it's going to give the desired effect that I want, where it's kind of looking quite imposing in a way on here. Omen Heart. I normally say potato, but I decided on doing something different. So instead of potato, you decided to go. The great Omen Heart has arrived. Which is quite a nice way of introducing yourself. We will have to take your word on it, but yeah, go for it. I've been playing a lot of Titanfall recently and was debating doing a video around Titanfall. Having Nexon just land in the world of Titanfall and just keep getting respawning like is it Edge of Tomorrow? Is it? Is it tomorrow Edge of Tomorrow or Live Die Repeat? Yeah, sure it's Edge of Tomorrow, that one. Basically the one where Tom Cruise keeps dying and then getting respawned on the battlefield again and again and again after killing an alpha. I thought it'd be quite fun to have Nexon do that in Titanfall, just going into the game and just being annihilated again and again and again and again and again on the story. Just, yeah, that would be quite an interesting one. It's one of those wacky ones where it's, and the more times it happens, the more ridiculous ways he dies. Just because I was playing it the other weekend, and as well as on my breaks today, had perks of remote working, and I've already gotten back into the game. I'm really doing well on some of the levels, or some of the maps, shall I say. And there's some funny ways I annihilated people on there the other week. So I was like, that'd be quite an interesting way to do that. Maybe I could do that in one of my stories. But we will have to see. I mean, it depends if you guys want to see that. I mean, we could then mix that in with Transformers and make it like a Transformer Fall or something. So eventually going to make steampunk narrative, which would be a great idea for now to being a kid like 12 if I was playing something like that Uncle Dad made. That'd be quite cool. Justin says you're thinking about saving Private Ryan. No, I'm thinking of it is Tom Cruise. He fights an alien alpha. The blood fuses of his when he uses a claymore. Is it Live Die Repeat? I'm sure it's Edge of Tomorrow. And he basically wears this like exoskeleton suit, and he just keeps dying on the battlefield again and again. And if he gets injured, instead of bleeding out, the person training him like shoots him and stuff. It's just literally insanely ridiculous. So he doesn't lose his ability to reset the day. I'm sure it's the Edge of Tomorrow. Because Saving Private Ryan was Tom Hanks. So we're just changing the rules now. Okay, then we use a power stealing. Why don't you just use a stand which, you know, you've immobilized him and then you just take his stand on a disc and you can use it. Just take the story from Stone Ocean from the first half and just play that. I'm not spoiling anything because it's in the first like couple episodes. And considering a lot of people are halfway through the season because it's been out for a while, if you haven't watched it, I'm sorry, but that's on your head be it. I'm going to be really cruel here. I don't normally do spoilers, but yeah, you know, Gallagher 19, why don't you just take the storyline from it if you're using stands and just, you know, take his memories while he's at it too, so he doesn't remember he's a stand user. Okay, those are the main ones I want because now I need to. That's definitely too dark there. Change the emphasis on a few areas. Put my OC out of all the narratives. Which one would you turn into a cannibal first? If we're going on story-wise, if he's transformed Dino Dinoclaw, because he could be hungry and fancy a snack, I assume he'd be mixed with a carnivore. Demonica potentially could go cannibal first. Other demons. Ironfold definitely would just eat anything to survive. And Nexum, I'm pretty sure he'd just go to another dimension and do a Rick and Morty, go to another dimension and just pull out a bucket of, I don't know, a bucket of Ironfold nuggets or something, and it's just literally tastes like a chopped up Ironfold like chicken. Hey Dempsey, how about this suggestion? Taking anime characters and putting them in your Jungle Tribe universe. That would be a fun segment. That would be quite interesting. I'd have to figure out which ones I'd put into that universe. They have to be ones that can defend themselves, but at the same time are. Well, we're going to have one that's off their head, one that's a nervous wreck, but really. Basically, I'd want one character from Demon Slayer, probably the Blondie. I don't remember his name, but he's the lightning one. I'm useless at pronouncing their names. But I'm thinking I'd have that character. Would be a good start. And then one that so he's the one that whimpers a lot until he's asleep, which would be quite interesting. A cool, calm and collected character would probably be Kirito from Sword Art Online. I'd want another character that was a bit more off their rocker. Jumps in without thinking first, just goes for it. So maybe is it Denki from Chainsaw Man? The one who pulls it and turns into Chainsaw? That could be quite cool. Just trying to think what other ones I'd probably have in there. I basically have a mixture that's really crazy, and I have. Oh, I need a female character in there added in. Crazy female character. Off a rocker, but maybe Zero from Darling in the Franxx. She's got a bit of a killer attitude. That would be quite interesting to see in a world where it's in the jungle. I mean, there's a load of other characters I could drop in, but those are the main ones that I can think of. Dempsey, I'm planning on making a Chainsaw Man character for my Demon Universe. Nice. Oh, here we go. Emonheart says, Dempsey, do you remember the demon known as False? Yes, that was one of my favourite demon designs that we did. I absolutely loved that one. Yes. You did a small minor mistake on his vest, which I thought looked cool, and it somehow led to the creation of Omen Star, the entire story I think of. Oh, well, happy little errors then. I'm not sure what the minor thing was, the thing that I did wrong on the chest. Maybe I just didn't see it right, or I tweaked it slightly just because of the way that I tweaked the design a little bit. But if it worked out, brilliant. So, yeah. Always got to love happy little mistakes and stuff. It's also always so much fun. Benway, you make vids like Dempsey. Actually, that's a point. A few people have been collabing to make some videos which look absolutely awesome in the Discord. They haven't shown the videos as yet, but the artwork that they've been working on is looking really cool. And if they wish to promote it on the Discord, that is cool. Once you do it, I'm all for that. Just go ahead, just whack it into the self-promotion or promotion section. You guys know who you are in the chat. I won't name people. You can say if you want, it's you if you want. But yeah, the concepts and that are quite cool. Could potentially start a few series off for me actually on videos, and that should be quite interesting. The moniker's actually because she's a demon, Demonica's got a few hidden tricks up her sleeve for future episodes. I already decided this when I came up with the moniker, and I was toying with the moniker's idea. I don't know how long for. Obviously, I know what's going to happen. People can go, oh, well, Mira can do a change to a form, so Demonica's copying it. It's like, no, it's going to be a case of it's a demon type character. A change to the form is kind of what you'd expect at some point. Oh, I like that effect on that, actually. A weird effect there. These fin bits are mainly going to be done last. I just need to lighten them up a bit for what I've got planned. Which hopefully, fingers crossed, will go really, really well. Omen Hart says the original design was a pocket with a napkin in it, and the mistake you made, it looked like a triangular badge which appears on the wing of the Stars of a Storm Dragon. Yeah, I think I went to make it. I went to do the napkin thing at the start, and then it just looked like a triangle in the end, and I just left it there. It looked quite nice. I didn't want to change it, but I'm glad it worked. Alien Animation says, by the way, Dempsey, the dude that talks about dinos hasn't shown up on the channel in a while. Do you know Dinoclaw? Yes, he will be returning to talk about the wonderful, miraculous, strange creatures known as dinosaurs in a future video. Potentially this month, definitely next month. Sorry, I'm trying to get in the voices of characters I haven't done in a while. If I haven't said the character's voice, it's kind of a bit hard to come up with it straight on the fly. Next, Nightgrid pleading to Monica about giving demons mech armors, and could you do it in character voice? Oh, I got to think of a little thing of what you could say. Hey, you, yeah, you kid. Okay, trying to get the voice of Nexum down a minute. Hang on. Oh, what would I say though? Oh, what do I do? So we want Justin wants Nexum pleading to Demonica about giving demons mech armors. Hey, Demonica, why don't you have one of my extra special, extra fancy mech armors? You know, I know you're a demon and all that, and you've got these strange, weird powers, and you can protect yourself and all this. Whatchamacallit, supernatural whatchamacallit. But one of my next original mech armors will, you know, keep you safe. I'll do a special discount for you. I'm begging you, please. Let me make you a mech armor. Something like that. Obviously, I'd sit down and script it more if it was in an actual video, but it's kind of how I feel he would be going about it a little bit. And then you'll probably have Ehrenfold go, hang on, I need a drink for Ehrenfold. So you probably have Ehrenfold go, Nexum lad, I think you're hassling the lady. Sorry, Nexum lad, I can't do his voice anymore. Good old Ehrenfold Brains. I can't do his voice at the moment. I'll come back to Ehrenfold later. Star Cyber and Dragon was originally for the dinosaur redraw, but ended up being for the Christmas redraw. It was a good design for the redraw. Ben says also, how would the mecha be put on Demonica because of the horns, wings, and does Demonica have a tail? Demonica does have a tail in the design. The mech armor can easily be put on her because she can obviously put her wings back into her back like you see in most demons, and the horns and stuff. Next, we'll just build something that'll handle the horns. It's fine. We're only my 8 hours, so I'll catch you guys for the next live stream. Not a problem. Galahad19, thank you for joining in the questions, and we'll see you next time. Alien Animations. Realistically, how much money would have to pay for a Nexum original armor? Now, it depends if you source the parts or he has to do it. If he has to do it, you're looking at triple the price it'd cost you. I don't know. 4 Gimme Gold coins and a box of a box of zombie bones. We'll go with that for that. I'm trying to think of something random for it, but I don't have a figure. It depends on what universe you're in to what the currency is. So it could be a lot or it could be not a lot. Okay, I go now and to go and understand the battles. Okay, Red Knight, if you're going, thank you for joining the stream. I look forward to your birthday in 2 weeks. And yeah, catch you next time. Also, what do you think of the story of Omstar Arachnostar? I quite liked the story actually. Because I'd already planned out how how I wanted things to happen with the characters because of the weaknesses. I already planned out a rough storyline. I couldn't incorporate as much of it as I wanted to. But I really liked your story of how it was the original, but then it got corrupted and had to build a new body to save its existence, which is absolutely amazing. You put a lot of effort into that story and a lot of thought, and it's just a shame that I couldn't incorporate much more of it into the story without it making. It's weird without it making a lot of sense to where the story was going. I couldn't add all the extra details in, but at the same time, I absolutely loved reading it, and I was thinking, this is an amazing idea. This would make a great story. Oh my god, why am I thought of that? At that point, I'd already kind of fleshed out most of the story of where it was going, so it was like, yeah, I can't change this, but that was an awesome story. What's the conversion rate of that? I will let you know when the Dimensional Exchange office is back up and running, because Ben 10 of Earth 666 destroyed it in the Department of Multiversal Matters. Justin, if you bring the parts, you'll get a discount. Nexon never does anything for free. Like with Demonica, he wouldn't even build a mech armor for Demonica for free. He would, he'd charge her a kiss or something, at least. Everything's got a price. I mean, it's next to the price of free, but, he is slightly infatuated with Demonica. If you could make Nexon fall in love with you, you might get a free armor. I highly doubt that's going to happen. You'd have to be like Ryan Reynolds' level of charisma to get Nexon to do that. I kind of want to now just drop this on to get some of the patterns out without getting a lot of detail down here. So I want to try a different painting technique on these in a minute. And I'm lighting them up. I want to just... put on the purple ones first. This will make more sense in a minute. It doesn't look right yet, but hopefully when I finish with this, it'll make sense what I'm doing. Sometimes the best way to do stuff on this is just to chuck a couple of vibrantish colours in. And then have some fun with the actual light effects for it. Oh yes, yes. He went on a rampage. If you remember, he's slaughtered everybody when he became the feedback demon. There's a whole mass of agent bodies all over the place, and Nexum and Ehrenfeld went for that neuro ampli de-amplifier on the community redraw so that they can actually find a way to deal with him because he's destroying the place. Which means there's got to be a story follow-up at some point. I've been linking the stories in quite nicely on a few bits, so... I'm not looking at that, Justin. I'm not looking at Kevin 11 doing that. No chance. Since the kind of sounds like a form of crypto, and how 4 isn't a large number in real life, and a real life ecoskeleton is about 48k, I'm going to guess it's about 6 times it, roughly about 2,000 America. Possibly, yes. That's if you bring it in parts. Dollars, so the conversion rate would be 1 to what you said we want to, which is like, yes, Nexum needs to pay the bills. Omerstar, Cyberstorm, Dragon, or Star isn't the only one affected by Crump's magic. His creator was affected as well. Question, who was Omerstar's creator? I can't remember. I think you put that in the lore. I remember you put something about that in the lore, and I honestly cannot remember. I wish I could now, but I genuinely can't remember that. I just know his creator created it so that there was some, if anything else was created, a clone or copy of Omen Star or false or anything, it would destroy the copy. But Krampus's magic was so powerful that it corrupted the original. So yeah, I paid attention. I just can't remember what you said. Who you said the creator was. Not all of them. I've done a fair few. I need to do grey matter, uh, upgrade. Can't remember who else. I know I haven't done all of them though. You see twisted forms of the creator in the future, during ever. Oh, okay, fair enough. Which narrator is LGBTQ? What, in mine or in Pop Crosses? Because I don't think I've actually made a character that way in mine yet. Probably should do that at some point. Add the diversity into the characters. I just haven't thought about doing it as such. I think I backed up a couple of layers, didn't I? Completely backed up layers to get a few more to use. Well, I was thinking after you drew the first 10 Ben 10 demonic demons, you can make a demonic equivalent. Potentially, I do know that once we've done the kaiju, we will be having a demonic. Oh, we will be having a kaiju version of Kevin 11 with a load of them mixed together. That's definitely happening. I'm sure. Mine. I don't think I've got one that way inclined at the moment, or if they have, they haven't let anybody know. Potentially, I should actually create a character. Problem is, I don't know how to do their personality. That's the thing. A kaiju version of Kevin 11 would be basically an amalgamation of the different kaiju, in a sense. I hope this is going to start looking like I want it to, otherwise I'm kind of just throwing this together, but I quite like the idea of, I will be changing the layer mode in a minute. I just need to get all the... I haven't got the reference pitch up anymore. I'm just starting to make mech changes to this. So, Noxy, if this is still looking cool, let me know. If it's starting to look a bit weird, let me know as well, if you're still there. Have been watching quite a few anime recently, different ones, similar to the ones I've mentioned the other week, like the Ice-Based Sorcerer Show All the World and stuff. I'm liking the idea of maybe bringing more magic users or the whole magic and science combination into some stories. Just wondering what people have any thoughts on that. If you've got any series that might be quite good for it. Community Redraw, fusion of the submissions of your themes, cause more people will get picked and it look cool. I have got a plan for Fusion Community Redraw in mind, to be honest. So there is a plan for it to happen. Just a case of getting around to that. I'm trying to think what themes to do to bring back a bit more interest. So the last one, the Death of a Hero, I think the title got more interest than anything else, which was really good. Sorry, this is a bit too close to me, which was really good, and I quite liked it. Yeah, Justin, recommend an anime. I might have seen it, I might not have, but by all means, feel free to. It's called I Got a Cheat Code Neverworld and Became an Arrival in the Real World. I've been watching that. I love it. I tell you what, that episode where he jumped out the fourth-story window, that is the best insane intro fight scene. I think it's episode 4 because they've only done 5 so far on Crunchyroll. That is the best fight scene intro bit I've seen. Just literally like, I'm going now. Wait, that's the window. Awesome. I do like it. I've really enjoyed that series, and I kind of want to draw the character out of it, but it'd be more in that digital painting style. I don't know if I do it any justice, but it's an amazing series. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. But yeah, Justin, I've seen that one. I recommend that one too. That's awesome. All right. All right, Dempy, that's your new nickname. um, I'm I'm in my late 30s. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say the exact age, but yeah, I'm in my late 30s. I'm an old fogey compared to a lot of you guys. This is where I say where I've been drawing for a lot of years and I've got plenty of practice. I've got plenty of practice. I've been drawing for a few years. Um, so as I've been so aptly told lately, I do look a bit homeless. Yeah, seriously, I'm 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 old. I'm guessing 38 in pushing. You think I'm 38? That's the closest guess we're probably going to get. So yeah, we'll go with that one. You're pretty close on your guess there. Where's the background there that's got the colour on? I can delete that and just add a couple here. And let's change this to be the darker. I love playing around with the layer effects and colours and stuff. So that then comes back to this layer where I've got the high. I thought maybe 50ish. Sorry. No, no, that's fine. I'm looking a bit homeless. I've got like the grey beard going and the hair bit and that. So yeah, I look way older. I'm not quite in my 40s yet. I'm not quite there. You guys are making me chuckle. I'm distinguished. You know, I'm at the point where I don't care how old I am at the moment. I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. I just live another year and get on with it. It's all good fun. I plan to live forever. I've been saying that for a few years as well. We shall see what happens on that one. I just want to add some more. Oops, out of those. So there I've got that I don't need. That one. That should probably be underneath there for this effect. Dempsey, you're really pushing in this to be my sleep. You really pushed this to be my sleep paralysis demon. What, this guy? This guy is a mech armor for Monster Hunter. You guys, well, Noxie asked for and kind of got built. So what happens with that is we create a mech armor with a few shiny bits on. And I go ATT with these shiny bits, so I warn you guys now. I do like the effect of this a little bit. I just want it in certain bits to make it look. Yep. Yeah, no, this guy's harmless. Unless you meet it. I'll show you guys after the two link images almost side by side on the screen. I say side by side. I'll show you the first one and then the second one. You can let me know which one you think's better. I appreciate it looks a bit more like a girl with the face, but overall. I do kind of want to do a story. I had a really random dream the other night, and part of it I'm going to turn into a story. Oh, is that MHA for My Hero Academia 2 or MHS for something different? I'm hoping you guys are liking how this is coming out. I know I've kind of gone. This feels like a paradox form, like a futuristic paradox form of this creature now, and I'm really loving how the rendering's coming out. And you kind of see where I went with the color bits or the lighting bit for the energy that I had in mind, and then it's just the star effect really works for just doing a few bits over the top. Monster Hunter 2 story, Monster Hunter Stories 2 is basically the Pokemon for Monster Hunter. Oh wow, that sounds really cool. there's quite a few things I want to get into. I will be creating. There's a few stories I want to do, so I'm planning to create maybe a couple, but I just have to see how they turn out. I want to do some like almost like those robot mech ones or the anime female heroine characters. So like Ben 10 heroines, when I bring them back, might have a more anime feel, which is similar to the kind of the pictures that we've got here for the characters, which would be quite cool. Um, I managed to go and sort this. Go with that for now. Um, I need a couple more layers to appear because I need to. So I want that. I want to have another layer, which is going to be a color dodged layer, and I want an orangey color. Show that dark orange to make it a bit more. Then you said paradox forms because there's a raid event for the form. Nice. Yeah, this kind of gives me the feeling of a paradox form, to be honest. Just playing on a background here a minute, just to see if I can. Have a bit of fun with the design, really. Next one I can merge down. I suppose I can merge that one down. Or is that the lines though? Oh, I don't want to merge onto that. Never want to merge onto that. Merge that down. You never want to merge onto your line work on this type of style picture. So if you merge on your line work, you lose it completely. Hi, Alien Animations. Yeah, I just kind of started playing with the design a bit more. It doesn't take long when you've got an idea of what you're kind of doing in a sense with the effects of the layers and just. That was psychedelic effect going on there, isn't it? I kind of want the. It's kind of where I want it. Yeah, they did a few weird things with the voice actors and stuff in the end. It kind of went a bit. A bit more of the colour back in. I think we're kind of done. I think I might leave it at that. I might have to just tweak the opacity down here. Don't want it to take too much away from the actual. How cool I can put a layer in, it's fine. Basically, the main emphasis of the colour stuff's got to be around the creature for the glow to stand out. Hmm. Like it better, the orange effect. Let's go back a couple of effects. That's probably the best effect. Yes, I could add a couple emoji. So I've got the alligator emoji in there, and I think, did I put the Charizard in there as well? Yes, and you also got the Venomized Charizard emoji as well, which is not quite as obvious, but yeah. When we get more members, I'll be adding more to it, so we might add Link to it, or even this guy could probably be added. But I think this is completed. So, what do you guys think? Do you like how this one came out? I'm really pleased with this actually. Going into the start of this, I wasn't quite sure how it was going to look, but it's maybe this is Monster Hunter as Transformers. We could start a series on, or as Mecha, pretty much. I will. I'm limited on what I can add as an emoji, so I might swap one of the ones out. We can see what happens. I won't be starting a new drawing tonight, Omen Heart, I'm afraid. I'll be just doing this one, and then I'll be. I can show a couple pictures, answer a few questions, and then we'll probably call it a night. Starting a new drawing next Monday, so we'll put a community poll out for that. If you guys got any ideas, leave it in suggestions. Monster Hunter Transformers would be cool. That could be an interesting series. I do need to do another Transformer video because it has been a while, so that would be an interesting one. But yeah, so this is how our Mecha Mitsune has turned out, which I'm really pleased with. I think the colours have worked really well in the end, and I hope. Hang on, we got Arachno Star. Is that Omen Heart and they've just changed it just now, or have they got a second account? Either way, nice. And so I'm really pleased with how this one's turned out. In terms of the comparison from before, that's the first Zelda illustration I did, which it's quite nice. It does work quite nice with the colours and that, and a bit of a blurred focus. And it's kind of like Under the Blood Moon from the game. But I wasn't happy with the hair. I just wasn't happy with this whole top hair section. So I took the line art and I basically redid it in a more anime style, and we've come up with this one, which I really like the effects that are done on it. It's simple, it's not got a lot of lighting to it, but it just worked. So this is the final piece. Head's a bit more anime style. I keep looking at this and thinking it could be like is it Wafu or Wakfu? That kind of like one with the Eliotropes. It kind of reminds me of that style with the colours and that in the end. Really pleased with how it came out, which is great fun. So I'm looking to do more in this style, whether personal projects or the odd video, chuck it in as one of the drawings in it. But yeah, just the difference between the two is insane. And obviously we've done this one today, which is absolutely cool. That ain't me. I recommend drawing Chimera Tech Over Dragon. Okay. Well, Omen Heart, we've got an Arachno Star, so yeah, that's quite cool. Do we have any questions before we call it a night? I know it's only been about an hour and a half tonight, but we will pick up a proper illustration for more time next Monday. Be about the same time, about 10:15, and we'll probably go on for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours on that one. Music stopped too. Maybe it's a good time to stop. Okay, doesn't look like there's any questions, so I'm going to say thank you guys for joining the stream. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy how the final illustration came out for this. Noxie, if you're about, be sure to check it out. I'm going to post this in the community community tab and update the thumbnail for this live stream. I'll probably turn the whole process actually, just before we go, show you the time lapse. Probably change to the whole process of creating this entire character as a time lapse on the channel. So one of the videos with some music going, and we'll just have the whole thing come to life, which is quite cool to see all of the stages. So the final one. Oh, we have a question. Will there be a traditional art soon? Yes, if people are interested in that, I'm going to put a poll out. If people want me to do more traditional art, because we did do that a while back, then I will look to check my supplies, stock up, and do a traditional illustration. Um, I'm happy to bring them back. I was going to bring them back probably about one a month before, but time constraints and they weren't really getting much interest. However, I think I probably could do a lot more a lot more in this one going forward. So if I do one a month, if I spend a bit more time on it, that'd be quite cool. But if you guys want to, then I'll put a poll out tomorrow or tomorrow or Wednesday for it, and then we'll see, and then we'll probably pick that up. But it's a good question, Alien Animations. There can potentially be a traditional art one. I have been looking at doing some more lately. Um, I just haven't gotten around to it, to be honest. But yeah. But anyway, if that's everything, guys, then I will catch you next time. There will be a video on Friday, and there will be uh, probably two time-lapse videos with music coming out. This live stream series is one, and the Zelda illustration. And yeah, have a good evening, day, or afternoon, or wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time.